my god, is that riot gear? Oh, holy heck, is it heavy? Oh my god. Those are freaking heavy. Got ourselves a sweet little freaking riot helmet. Stand by, we gotta try this stuff on. Alrighty, so today is actually the day, well, this is 2 days after I started doing this, but I actually had to stop due to some other things that we have going on. But a bunch of people were asking, hey Steve, why don't you actually do something with that shed that you got? And well, I will go over some of the stuff that I've actually found in here, which some of it was actually pretty surprising. Like I found VHSs that have been in here for who knows. A lot of the stuff that I found in here had dates on it pre-90s. So it was like from 89, 92, 93, 95. And we're going to get into one piece of paper that was actually super emotional for me. I'll show that towards the end of this video. So if you want to see that, you got to stay tuned. Don't skip ahead or anything like that. But I found a SWAT hat over here, as you can tell. But I want to touch base on why I didn't actually start doing this sooner. As you can tell, there is a bunch of just junk basically. It's all been in here. The roof has been leaking for I don't know how many years. These beams and everything still seem to be in good shape. They just have a little bit of water damage. So I think what we're going to be able to do is rip the roof off of this, pressure wash the beams and everything. We'll probably treat them with some kind of mold prevention spray or whatever you want to call it. I'm not quite sure yet because I do have to go to Home Depot later once I get everything out of here. But I think what we're going to do is go ahead and rip the roof and everything off and just kind of go from there. This first video right now that you're seeing, I'm actually shooting on my iPhone. So I want to kind of see the quality. I'm not really sure how it's going to turn out. I've never obviously shot with a phone or anything like that. I always use a GoPro and things, but I kind of want to step up my game a little bit. So we're going to start tearing this up. I'm going to put in a little clip of where we got to this point so far, and then I'll pick back up with you once I get everything out of here, and we're going to start tearing down some of the walls, the roof, and I'll go through some of the stuff we found. So stand by. Let me get this stuff all yanked out of here. All right, like I was showing you out there, it's kind of crazy to see some of the VHSs that we had back in the day. White Men Can't Jump, you know, Andre, Roger Rabbit, which I'm sure some of you probably have no idea who a lot of these things are, but Top Gun. You used to be able to record your own VHSs and things. Here's Philly from the 90s. I mean, there's just some crazy videos back in here that I found, and obviously I don't think they're going to be any good. There's a football one, probably from, like I said, the 90s. I have no idea when this actually was. 1989. Can you see it there? 1989. So a lot of this stuff has been in this shed for many years, guys. So it's just, there's Original Speed Racer, the movie. I mean, there's some cool stuff. Had this roof not collapsed, it'd probably be like worth something, but you can tell even in there on the disc, everything is just moldy and just disgusting. So we're gonna go ahead and just keep clearing everything out. I did find, again, some more SWAT helmets and things. This is obviously for the state police. As you can read on the front of it, the front of it where it says state police there. Definitely some cool stuff. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to talk to my father and see if we can't maybe donate some of this stuff to the police museum that we have up here in Hershey, Pennsylvania. I think that'd be kind of cool. So let me talk to my father on some of this stuff and see what we can salvage and what we can't. A lot of the things is just junk in here. As you can tell, anything that was wood is just kind of deteriorated now. It just sort of breaks apart. Like this used to be, I believe, a bench saw, something like that. old table saw. Everything else, like the boxes were broken, so you can see in there, everything is just soaked in water, rusty, disgusting. So a lot of the stuff isn't salvageable. I'm thankful my neighbors are letting me use their trash cans and everything. I know a lot of you guys think my neighbors hate me, but they actually don't. So let me just keep clearing some of this stuff out. Let's see what's in this, if it even opens. Yeah, like nothing in there, but I believe this is an old like state police where they put the laptop and things, if I remember correctly. You'd sit it in the center console of a police car, and then your laptop would kind of just fold and flop out. I believe so. Who knows? But we're going to see what we can salvage and what we cannot salvage. I also found small block Chevy parts. Now, these were off of a 78 Chevy truck that I had back in the day. That's obviously the flywheel out of it. That's the Performer Edelbrock intake that was on it. Some of the stuff that's been in here has been in here for years. There's been coil packs in here, not sure. That looks like a Ford mirror of some sort, Super Duty. That's actually probably the oil pan that was in Teresa. If you guys remember the popcorn maker, that's the oil pan off of that. We just kind of got an array of alternators, AC compressors. This is going to be the exhaust piping that I have to make exhaust for the Bruce, but I do believe we're going to make a different power plant from that. I also have headlights for like an 04, 5, 6, 7 Chevy Classic. I don't know, I just got some weird stuff in here. That was a bandsaw. We got a window, just some random parts. We're gonna see if that shop light works before the video's over. We're gonna see if that saw in there works by the end. I found an entire bin of hooked on phonics. This was my sister. She was terrible at math, so hooked on phonics math for my sister. That was actually, when was that? Back in 1988. That is crazy. So it's got everything in there. Maybe I'll give that to her, see if she can figure out Common Core math now. But I went ahead and found a whole bin full of just cassette tapes, which is freaking crazy. I mean, that bin is filled to the top, cassette tapes. I don't even know who half these people are, and I'm a lot older than you guys. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. No idea who that is. Blood, Sweat, and Tears Greatest Hits, no idea. Yeah, just some weird cassettes I found in here, guys. Probably just gonna throw all these away. I don't see a reason to keep them. I don't even know where you can get a cassette player. But yeah, kind of a cool thing. George Benson kind of looks a little creepy and a little bit like Eddie Murphy. But yeah, so we're just gonna throw all this stuff away. I'm not gonna save it. No reason to save it. Oh my God, is that riot gear? Oh, holy heck, is it heavy? Oh my God. Those are freaking heavy. Got ourselves a sweet little freaking riot helmet. Stand by, we gotta try this stuff on. That fucker's heavy. Oh, I got a hoodie on, thank God. I think we're ready for war. Dude, this thing is actually freaking heavy. Alright, I might have brought this in just to carry it out and have a little fun, but holy smokes, guys, you won't believe, ew, number one, how gross this stuff is, and number two, how heavy it actually really is. I can't believe people walk around like this. I think I found also, oh yeah, that's a freaking nut guard too. Yeah, holy smokes. I might invite somebody over to punch it later and see if I can feel it. You can't feel anything. I might walk around with that just to freaking, just because. But I did find other smaller bulletproof vests in here as well. Oh, that's a leg workout bending over. So these are actually the ones that like the state police used to wear back in the day. This was actually, I believe, riot gear. Holy smokes, it's hot as heck already because it's heavy. All right, I found some other stuff too, which is actually kind of cool. I'm winded and out of breath. Oh, it fell. got like canteens and basically a survival pack here of some sort. This is your pod, I guess. That's obviously your backpack. And then these are actually for like a gas mask that you have on. These actually twist on and off for the corners. I didn't actually find the gas mask yet, but hopefully by the end of this we will find it. So these little cartridges would kind of, for training purpose, but would actually screw onto the end of your gas mask, and you'd be able to go into some pretty cool places. I gotta get this stuff off. It's pretty heavy, I'm not gonna lie. All right, stand by. I found obviously a bin of Hess trucks. That's obviously 1998. That one's 96. I'm not gonna go through them all here, guys, but we've definitely got a boatload of them. This one, the date is actually off of it, which is kind of cool, kind of not. But these obviously went through, we had a house fire here, kind of, I mean, I don't know when, but it was probably, I'd say at least 8-9 years ago, but 94. So that's why they have the yellow coloring that they have. There's obviously the little motorcycle one, another one from 97. So we've got a bin full of Hess trucks here. That's kind of cool. I didn't actually expect to find that in there. I didn't even know they were there. Obviously, like I said previously, we found the PSP kind of armor hat, drill press. We found a bunch of cool little knick-knacky stuff. The vest and all that, that was actually super cool. This is actually a sunroof for an EF. So it's like a hatchback or a CRX. I know I pulled it out of a CRX, but this is like, what, 84 to 91 Honda CRX sunroof. I knew that was in there, kind of. Once I seen it, I remembered I had it in there. Also, I found a snow blower, which we'll probably try to get this running at some point, maybe do something with it. I actually completely forgot that this was in there until I first opened the door, and then I realized that it was in there. Golf clubs, we just kind of found some random stuff. Not going to show you all my family photos over here, but we found all my family photos. Now, along with the SWAT stuff that we found over here, this was actually kind of cool. I believe my grandfather made this. This was sort of where you would put like 22 rounds in it, and they're actually stuck in here because this was actually wet, so it swelled up. But obviously that's no good, but we can't throw that in the trash because obviously it's live ammunition. You never discard your ammunition in the trash. There's a Colt Official Police 38 Special handgun that I found. That was pretty cool. Obviously not going to show that. I found these little cars that I probably collected over the couple years. This was a Scrollodex. This was how you contacted people back in the day, attorney at law, blah, 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 all your people. So that's kind of cool. Found some old phone numbers and things like that. Now the real cool thing, oh yeah, that goes along with, I found some ammunition in here also. I believe that was a Glock when they switched to the Glocks. But we found Intellivision. How many of you guys remember Intellivision? So this was a gaming system back in the day, back in like the early or late 80s. It was basically like a cartridge like this. Burger Time, I remember Burger Time. But yeah, this was kind of cool. Then you actually go ahead and found what card went with it, and that was your buttons and things that you would push for the games. What a cool, there's Burger Time. Yeah, but obviously this stuff is destroyed. It's seen its better days for sure. But super sad, but kind of cool at the same time. Alrighty, guys and girls. Well, this is where I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. I did try that saw out, and I did try the other shop lights, and they actually do not work. These lights here, I'm gonna assume have been up here for quite some time, so they're not actually turning on super bright. Either that, or they might need, I don't really know. I don't really know these old school lights or anything like that. I'm not really an electrician. These two bulbs were in it. I did toss these two in. These are good. I do know that because these actually are the ones that were in my basement. These are like actually, I think, LED lights, but for some reason it's not very bright in here. So I do know that the electric out here actually does work. I did try the outlet. The outlet works. There's another wire. I don't know really where this one goes. Not sure if you can even see it, but I'm not really sure where this one goes, but it's just sort of free hanging. But I am excited that the electric works out here. So now the next video that you guys will see in regards to this video or to this build will be me kind of doing a demolition. I'm going to go ahead and rip everything out of it. Any of the beams that are rotted out or anything, we're just going to go ahead and rip them out, replace them. It's a good time to do it now. Then we'll get everything painted up, tossed together. So we'll be able to have a little bit of a workspace here soon, which is actually exciting for me. Now on the outside, like you did see over here, there's a little, used to be like a lean-to over here. So we're going to go ahead and actually clean that area out. We'll end up taking all the scrap metal down, dropping all that off. And then we'll put like my mowers and all that. We'll build a lean-to, like an enclosed carport type area over here. And then that's where I'll put all like the mowers, the four-wheelers, everything like that. Anything in here will probably be like my Power Stroke engine, kind of like the big cool things that I have in there. We'll end up putting in here. Probably put like a little workbench in here. And I think I'm going to get a tire changer. So you guys aren't going to want to miss it. We've got some big plans happening. I know this is kind of hard time to make some footage and things like that, but we're doing the best we can. And I hope you guys appreciate and have some fun. So there you guys have it again. If you like the content, please smash that like button. Please subscribe. And I will see you guys in an upcoming video. Take care, guys. Thanks for all the support while we're going through what we're going through. I hope everyone stays safe and is, doing well.